And that was a disgraceful performance, in my opinion. We threw that game. We gave it away by doing that. We gave them the friggin' game. In my opinion, that sucked. What's that? Playoffs? Don't talk about playoffs. You kidding me? Playoffs? I just hope we can win a game.
NFL, oh, I miss you so. NFL, when you left, there was a hole deep in my soul. Now it is whole until the Super Bowl.
Yes, welcome to the 2024 season, even though it's 2025, the divisional playoffs episode of Let's Have Some Football. This is when football season really gets cooking. Very excited. It's going to be a glorious weekend of football. It's going to be great. I hope you guys are able to sit down and enjoy some of these games. There's going to be a couple for me that are going to be very, very interesting. So I just wanted to do my little, some picks and just, a little, let's have some football. All right, so the first game, this is a Saturday game. We're going to kick it off with the Texans, who are 10-7 during the regular season, at Kansas City Chiefs, who of course are 15-2. And I will say the Chiefs are favored by 8, so the odds makers don't see this as a super close game, but I think it's going to be a pretty close one. The Chiefs, they have shown nothing all season long. They are keeping everything very vanilla. They're being very cautious. And the Texans, C.J. Stroud, their quarterback, has done something that I think very few quarterbacks, maybe none, have ever done. He's won a playoff game his first 2 seasons. I give it up. Hats off to C.J. Stroud. Very impressive there. And they're doing it not at 100%. So what they did to the Chargers last week was quite impressive. C.J. Stroud is a game manager. I mean, sometimes people think that's a bad thing, but when it comes to playoff time, you want someone who's going to manage the game, and they didn't panic. They took seized opportunities that Justin Herbert was giving them over and over again, and they win. They were at home, but hey, that's 2 playoff wins now for C.J. Stroud, and so I hope he doesn't get a third one because I'm a big Chiefs fan. But it's going to be interesting at Arrowhead. I know that's probably not what it's actually called now, but it's Arrowhead. Yeah, like I was saying, the Chiefs have kept things under the vest all season long. Everybody's thinking, okay, once playoffs start, Chiefs are going to whip out all these incredible plays they've been waiting all year to bring out. I don't think they bring them out this week unless they have to. I think the Chiefs are going to approach this game just like they have all season long. They know they can beat the Texans by just being careful, and but it is playoffs. You don't want to be too careful, but I definitely see the Chiefs, approaching this game like a regular season game. They've been off for 25 days too, so they're not gonna. They're gonna want to establish, their basic play with that long of a layoff. And thankfully, you're at home against the Texans. No disrespect to the Texans, but they can beat the Texans without whipping out all the trick plays. So I expect a grinded out, more vanilla defense, more vanilla offense. I think if the Chiefs do advance, everything is opened up next week. I mean, they're going to have to, because they're going up against the winner of the game of the week, which we'll talk about here in a minute. So in this game, I picked the Chiefs to win this. I just cannot see the Texans pulling this out, but that's why they play games. Anything can happen. But I definitely feel like the Chiefs have an upper hand here. They're extremely well rested, maybe too well rested, but I think if there's any team that knows how to get through a rest like that, it's the Chiefs, and to keep things sharp. So they're favored by 8. I think the Chiefs will win by like 4 or 5. I think the game will always be in hand, and I actually hope that it doesn't end up that close, but I could easily see that. So I'm going to pick the Chiefs in that one. All right, so the Commanders, they're 12-5. This is another Saturday game, and they are at Detroit, 15-2. Detroit Lions have been like the team of the year as far as most impressive team. You have Jared Goff, who's kind of like his career has gone like this throughout his career. Just gotten better and better with time. And now he's got an incredible offense to guide, and they have been the most impressive offense all season long. That running game is amazing. They got good receivers. The offense is really good. A lot of people question their defense, and they're going up against this guy, Jaden Daniels, who himself won a playoff game in his first ever postseason game. Very impressively, as they took care of Baker Mayfield and the Bucks on the road. So that's another great storyline of this year is Jaden Daniels. He's been a great rookie for that team, and taking him and Bo Nix have been outstanding rookie quarterbacks that are going to be a problem for other teams in their leagues for years to come. So in this game, though, I think it's too much for a rookie quarterback to go on the road and win at Detroit, the number 1 seed. I think the Lions win this handily. They're favored by 9.5. This is the biggest blowout prediction game, and I think the Lions take care of business here. They just have a little too much for Washington, but Washington's they'll be back in the playoffs next year, no doubt. And so will the Texans. I think these are two teams with young quarterbacks that are winning playoff games already in their young career. They'll be back in the playoffs again. They'll get more chances. But this year, Lions too strong. Lions win this probably by double digits for sure. Next game, these are Sunday games. We got the Rams, who are 10-7. They are at Philadelphia, the Eagles, 14-3. The Eagles are actually favored in this game by 6 points. You have a Rams team this is the most surprising team to me in all these playoff teams. Maybe the second most surprising is the Texans, but the Rams seem like they really didn't do much this year. They're like, just from my perspective. And then here they are in the divisional round of the playoffs. You have to look at coaching. They've got a quarterback that's won a Super Bowl in Matthew Stafford. They've got dangerous weapons on offense. They've got a decent defense. And they bring it all over to Philadelphia, who has really dominated in the NFC East this year. Jalen Hurts has, you can't really if you're a Chiefs fan, you have to appreciate what the Eagles are doing. They seem to be doing similar things where they're not really opening up the offense like they could, just getting through this season and then turn it on in the playoffs. They're the NFC version of the Chiefs, kind of, in not that they won Super Bowls, but that they kind of hold back during the regular season and are going to turn it on in the playoffs. I think the Eagles win this fairly easily. They'll open things up quite a bit, just as much as they need to. They've got an incredible running game. Saquon Barkley has been just stunningly awesome at Philadelphia. So that running game is kind of unstoppable. They really don't even have to worry about passing game that much, even though A.J. Brown is very vocal about needing his touches. And, he just can't stay away from controversy. It seems like he's reading these books on the sidelines or whatever. It'll be an entertaining game, but I think the Eagles win that pretty easily. Just too much offense, too much running game. They got the tush push, When you have that combined with Saquon Barkley, it's like, geez, they're going to be a tough team in the playoffs. So I actually think the Eagles will win that by double digits too. All right, the game of the week by far. One of the greatest playoff games that I can remember being hyped up for. It'll be tough to beat the Chiefs-Bills game from a couple years ago. But this Ravens at the Bills game, it's the last game of the docket this weekend. Oh, it's going to be good. Lamar Jackson and the Ravens and Derrick Henry on the road at Buffalo against Josh Allen. Oh, it's going to be good. This you might think this could possibly be one of the highest rated NFL football games of all time, like as far as viewers. This is juicy. This is an AFC Championship game caliber divisional game, no doubt. Two just juggernaut teams. The records aren't incredible. They had a couple slip-ups during the year. That cost them number one seeds, obviously. And the Chiefs were just able to stay steady on the ship and get that number one seed. But, man, what a game. I just can't wait. It's going to be really good. I'm more excited. This is scary for me. Because I'm more excited for this Ravens-Bills game than I am the Texans-Chiefs game. And I'm a Chiefs fan. And it's a playoff game. Divisional playoff game. But when it comes right down to it, as far as excitement level, I'm more excited for this game because this is a big game. Ravens are favored by 1. Plus, these other games are kind of a little bit lopsided in talent. And this one's, a 1-point game favored by the Ravens. So you have that factor too. Like, I want the Chiefs to win easily, but I know it's not going to be easy. But I still think the Chiefs are going to get that done. This game, I have no idea what's going to happen, and I love it. So, if I had to pick something, excuse me. If I had to pick something, I will pick the Ravens to win. And this is why. Because of Derrick Henry. Playoff teams that are really successful run the ball. And I think, the Eagles run the ball really well, and the Ravens run the ball really well. Really well. I mean, you also have Lamar Jackson that you got to worry about, but Derrick Henry's just in his prime condition right now. Just a wrecking ball in that offense. And you have to give it up to the offensive line of Baltimore and Philadelphia that they have tremendous offensive lines if they're running the ball this well. And both with legendary type running backs. So I think that's going to be the game. And I think Josh Allen, as awesome as he is, he could win the MVP this year for sure. It's going to be him or Lamar Jackson. They'll probably give it to Josh Allen just because Lamar Jackson's won several, I think. He's won 2 already. I think that does come into play a little bit on voting. But when you look at stats for stats, Lamar Jackson should probably be the MVP, though. But Josh Allen, as awesome as he is, I think he's going to make a mistake this game. And that will be very costly in a game like this where every possession is crucial. And so that running game is just so devastating. And if you stack against the run against the Ravens, they have receivers that can beat you. They have good tight ends, really good tight ends. And Lamar has done a better job of passing this year than he ever has. So I think the Ravens win this. I think it's going to be down to the last possession type of deal, maybe overtime, but the Ravens will win this. That running game will eventually wear down Buffalo. And I think Buffalo's defense is not as good as the Ravens. Okay, so what do you guys think? Put down in the comments. Do you think who do you think is going to be playing in the AFC Championship next week and the NFC Championship? What do you guys think the games? Again, I'm going with Chiefs, Lions, Eagles, and Ravens. So all the home teams except for the Bills. All right. Number one, have fun. Enjoy a weekend of wonderful playoff football. Be safe out there. And stay tuned for more videos later.
Adios, mofo.